Welcome to Drawing with Cheesecake the Cat. That's me, Cheesecake. Anyway, this is one of our Putting It All Together episodes. You may remember we've drawn a Tyrannosaurus Rex, a Brontosaurus, a volcano, and some various prehistoric dinosaur type plants and trees and things like that. Now we're going to put it all together into a Dinosaur Land scene. If that sounds like fun, grab something to draw with, something to draw on, and follow me. Alright, let's draw our dinosaur scene. So you remember we've drawn our T-Rex, which we could put here eventually, our Brontosaurus standing in some water and eating some plants, our volcano, our mountains, and our trees. So let's draw some far distant trees. We'll start by drawing vertical lines that fan out at the bottom, and these trees are super tall, and the Brontosauruses can have their heads way up there eating the foliage. So let's draw some branches, just random up there. Maybe make a long one hanging down with some smaller branches branching off. Then we're going to draw our curves, and these will be the leaves, and we'll put them like so. And then we'll make smaller arches on the inside. It looks a little bit like a dandelion, and we'll put some hashes here. It looks a little bit like a dandelion, but when you have your other trees nearby, it should look much different. We'll make another even taller one right here. Make the same sort of thing. And the branches, just randomly doing them. Some short stubbly branches here. And then the foliage all going around. There's that. We'll put something here just to give it some definition and some ground on the bottom. Now, behind these trees, we might have some pine trees. So we'll just do some zigzags to a point, zigzag it back down. These are sort of the silhouettes, so there's no detail. We'll draw a leafy tree here. Maybe a pine tree that's not doing so good. So we'll do like a skinny black triangle and just some random diagonal lines coming down. Like so, and we'll do some of this. There could be a hill back here. Let's make this hill going up a little bit. And we can put some more trees over here. We'll do a couple of these tall trees, but these are farther back. So a little skinnier and a little shorter because they're smaller. Or they're the same size, but they're farther away. Let's just do that one. And let's finish this section. And you can just sort of just draw random things, like so. Now, here in the foreground, we're going to have a big pool of water. So what I'm doing is drawing just lines and kind of hooking them back and looping them forward. And then just keep adding it and randomly doing it. And this is sort of a big pond or a puddle, something where our Brontosaurus can stand in it to eat his plants. Now over here, right over here, let's finish this ground. Right over here is where our T-Rex can stand. So we'll fill in the foreground with some other types of plants. Remember we had that short plant, piece of ground, and we put some diagonals going one way, diagonals going another way. Then we did a nice hooking and a curve on that side. And this is one big broadleaf. We'll do another here, like so. We'll do a couple of short ones on the top, and then something in the middle, size on the edge. Put a little bit of random grass. And there were some other types of trees we did. Let's put one of these right here by the water's edge. And this is sort of another skinny one. Not as big as these, I don't think it was. Put some hash marks in it. Some grass at the bottom. And there were these little bitty leafy, V-shaped leafy things. Then some stringy looking leafy things sticking out of the top. And if you remember, it had these, look like berries, like a big clump of berries. Let's put dots and fill it in. And we could put some rocks in here. And let's make rocks like so. Some dirt behind it. And those rocks are farther away, so let's make a bigger rock right here. The very bottom. Let's put 2 rocks like so. And rocks can be any shape you like. They can be rounded, lumpy, they can be angular. For the water's edge, let's put some ripples in here. Kind of follow the shapes of the shoreline. And then you can just sort of overlap them like bricks. And on the far side, we'll just put a few smaller short ones. That's our water. There might be some grasses and some things growing near this. So now, in the far distance, we had a volcano. So let's draw our volcano right here. And we'll start near this tree, and we'll just make it go up and curve in at the top. We'll come over here and make it curve out and lower it. And we had a smaller volcano on the side, like so. We'll put a little bent horizontal line like so. Then some explosions coming out of the volcanoes. And at the tip of those, we had irregular shaped rocks, different sizes, smaller, medium, large. And we put a few blown far out away. And just draw motion lines coming from each one. Then we had our cloud, our big black smoke cloud, which is a lot like drawing those trees. However, we're going to make it look like smoke. And I don't cross the other lines because I just tend to think it looks much nicer. So in each curve, we're going to draw more curves. And each line of each curve gets smaller. And we'll do this all the way around, like so. And you can see it already is beginning to look like billowing smoke. And then we'll fill it in some with some random ones inside. Different sizes, different angles, but all sort of creating that look of billowing outward. Like so. Like this. Now we'll do this cloud down here. And if you want, you could connect these clouds, make them look like they're blending together, which is how we did it in the volcano tutorial. And we'll just keep filling it in like so. Now we need our lava. And our lava was just these loopy, droopy, drippy lines going down the side of the volcano. We did a little bit on the smaller volcano too. And then we added a little bit of a line on the edge of each thing, just to make it look a little liquidy, a little flowing. Now we'll go into our volcano and we'll make some lines like this, following the nearest curve. So over here they'll curve out this way, but as we get to the center, they'll go straight down. See how they begin to curve as they go to either side? Then we'll put little short hook lines on each of these. You can put them on either side, but the main thing is to keep them all on the same side of their respective lines. just looks a little bit nicer that way. And in this case, you see I put them all on the right. So we'll put a few little dots, little doodads. Look at that volcano. Now in the background, we can put a few more trees over here, by the way. So I'm just going to make some lumpy, loopy, brushy trees. Maybe a scraggly dead pine tree. Now in the far distance, we had mountains. These were jagged, tall. You see how I'm making nice points and angles? And we'll just keep filling these all the way across, up and down, up and down. These are big, far distant mountains. And on each side, we're going to kind of put another set of lines, like so. This would just give us a chance to give our mountain some shape. So on the right hand side, I'm just going to put some doodads in that little area I just created, like so. So a little bit in shadow or even sunlight. Then we can just put some random lines down the other side. Those are the far distant mountains. Later, you can add your T-Rex here. You can draw your Brontosaurus here. And in the sky, you can make a pterodactyl. And I think I'll just go ahead and do that now. We'll make a curved triangle with a notch on the back. And we'll just curve it around for the wing, like so. And a similar shaped wing going this way. Now the body was just a curve. Now we're drawing more of a silhouette. Little notches for where to indicate the feet and a tail. And there's no real detail in this rascal because it's just in the sky, floating high above, maybe flying away from the volcano. You could add an eye if you like. But anyway, add more grass and things that look interesting to you. But that is our dinosaur scene. Good job, everyone. Wow, drawing that dinosaur scene sure was fun. And I can only imagine when you draw it and you put in the T-Rex and the Brontosaurus and all of the things we've been practicing, it's going to be very exciting. And I sure hope you have fun doing it. And if you enjoyed this episode, I also hope you will subscribe to Drawing with Cheesecake the Cat show. And until next time, draw, 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 and draw some more. Bye-bye.